And Deshae even
is looking like Patrick, bro. He looks like Patrick when he in the movie. You don't address what's going on. You want to talk about this forehead. This camera has a big forehead. Yes, everybody who watches this video knows that. These subgenres of black people, I ain't with all of y'all.
Believe me when I say I'ma pull up when the stage drops. Believe me when I say she don't look good.
Yo, what it is, TDC, it's your boy Srotonn here, but you can call me Tone. All right, listen. Finna watch Deshae Frost striking down channels. Now, what I want to say, man, I did see a little bit of this. I ain't gonna lie. But I stopped, so I want it to be a pure reaction. But shout out to like B-Souls, bro, for like calling this shit out, because I didn't even know this shit was happening.
I'm not gonna lie, Deshae Frost is pretty nasty for what he's been doing recently, and I'm really surprised no one's really... I'm not gonna lie, Deshae Frost is pretty nasty for what he's been doing recently, and I'm really surprised no one's really been talking about it. So Deshae's been in a decent amount of drama already lately, but this one comes from a video that YouTuber Cameron made.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was so tired, lad. When I watched this, I don't even remember none of this.
About Deshae. This is a video called Deshae Frost Has a Huge Problem, and it's a picture of him on the thumbnail with some black bars on his eyes and the text saying he's too freaky. And this is a video that argues and details essentially why Deshae Frost is too freaky.
Okay, so I actually was going to do a reaction to that video, but I was going too crazy on him. I really was, and it was going to, I'm sure it was going to come off as like threatening or whatever the fuck, because I don't like when people do things and then get mad at other people's reactions. Like bro, if you put something out there, that's how you feel. Like, put your content out there, whatever the fuck. You can't get mad, especially when it's something, unless it's the first time somebody ever told Deshae, like, hey bro, that shit is weird as hell, which maybe it is, but I don't see how you could put something out there such as this clickbaity or whatever the fuck content and then get mad when somebody be like, this shit is destructive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets super mad, like to the point where like people, you don't address what's going on. You want to talk about this nigga's forehead. This camera has a big forehead. Yes, everybody who watches this video knows that. The nigga forehead is big as fuck. But that doesn't stop the fact that he's telling the truth about you. In
his content. Like, this is a dude that, at least what the video was trying to say is, this is a dude that will do anything for views. This is a guy.
And also, there people was like, I remember I saw somebody made a whole video reacting, was like, oh man, y'all too hard. And it was an adult. Y'all too hard on this Deshae Frost. This was 2 years ago. And I'm like, I be hearing Trey Soul all the time say, I love my people. But I ain't gonna lie, I might not have to agree with that. I love black people, but I don't like the motherfucking subgenre sometimes. Y'all ghetto motherfuckers, y'all whatever the fuck. These subgenres of black people, I ain't fucking with all of y'all. Because how can you defend something like this? Like, I don't know.
That does a lot of freaky shit on camera.
Why are you watching 220 V1s with fucking children? Like, I don't understand that.
Way too freaky shit on camera despite having a young fan base.
I'm gonna try to let it slide.
Frost will do anything for clout, and it's been apparent in his content creation career.
But as with a lot of these videos, especially if the videos get a lot of traction, which a lot of Cameron's videos do, the streamer gets a hold of it and reacts to it on stream. And with the claims that Cameron was making, that's not surprising to me that Deshae didn't take light of it.
We're reporting that video! Report!
God damn, so now you in the bottom right?
This is harassing me! Dead ass! That shit harassing me.
And I thought this shit was super corny because, not gonna be like I don't know. Everybody has somebody talking shit about you. Of course you're gonna have something to say. But it's not bullying when you said something crazy to him as well. You was getting on his ass, right? So you want to talk shit about him. Why not make a whole fucking video telling people to do this and do that? Why not make a whole video about your ass? Why not? Like, and then you want to, this fucking reporting the video, and people was like, oh, he was just joking. Not to a thousands of people who you know be dick riding, got parasocial relationships, and you think they're not going to report that shit too? Like, come on, dog. Joking or not, I just feel like somebody who like does content creation
That's
too.
crazy.
You shouldn't
He's
do that to somebody
harassing
else.
me, and I'm scared for my life. Like, what are we doing, Deshae? And
And
it's
he
camera
already
detailed
sent
in a
it.
7-minute
How is
video
that a
that he
joke?
uploaded on YouTube.
How is
This
that a joke when that could really affect his channel?
essentially caused this video to get stricken down from his channel, specifically under YouTube's sex and nudity policy.
So you can't just send your audience to mass report a video because you didn't like the contents within that video. That isn't correct. And that's a terrible look for the company of YouTube because you have one of your bigger creators who's amassed millions of subscribers orchestrating this hate raid live to thousands of people. That's not a good look. The next day, he then uploads the video to his YouTube channel, then he privates it a few days after. And the video is still private till this day. Here's a video of me going into my iMessage convo with my brother where I sent him the link because he wanted to watch it. And when I click the link, you can see that the video is now private. Note, in that video, he had the part where him
And bro, stand 10 toes down, bro. Release it. Drop it. Unless you, because there's only one reason why you would private it. Because you know if you do some shit like that, your shit gone. But you'd rather somebody else's shit get taken down instead of you taking accountability. That's, I don't know.
and his audience mass reported me. It was at the end. Days later, my video was doing well. It was still up on my channel. There were no real issues. The video was on its way to about 500,000 views. Tons of people reacted. And then randomly, it gets striked down for YouTube's nudity and sex policy.
He then gets a warning strike for his channel, which essentially, for those who don't know,
I'm gonna
it's just
try to let
a
it go. I ain't
warning
gonna promise
that
nothing.
this is a strikeable offense, but you won't actually get a strike for it. Now,
Okay.
the reasoning that YouTube gave to Cameron as to why his video got age restricted and then eventually got stricken down was because of a clip that he used of Deshae eating someone's ass. I don't know how else to describe that.
Okay, that's when he was
pretending to
he was
bite
biting that girl
someone
butt.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even show
I've
the
seen
video
that clip
'cause I
so
don't want to
many
get stricken
times.
down, but he didn't actually eat ass. It was just like a little bite, you know what I'm saying?
A little
This is
nibble.
crazy. So then the day after he gets the warning, he then re-uploads the video with much more blur because he already knows this part of the video, you know, there was a problem with it. I'm gonna blur the shit out of it so it doesn't become a problem. So things were going cool after hours uploading the video, but then it just gets randomly age restricted.
And then that really calls for. Now, is YouTube a bad platform? No, it has totally changed my life, you know. But at some point, why is it too much to ask for people want to be equal? You know what I'm saying? Why is it so strange for a smaller channel to have the same respect as as channels with millions of subscribers, bro? Like, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Just because you like something don't mean it can be improved, right? You feel me?
In which Cameron
be
then
improved, right?
appeals that
That's what I
said
was
age
saying.
restriction, and then that turned into a strike for a very similar reason.
So I see that it gets age restricted, and I try to appeal. And during my appeal, the video gets taken down for YouTube's sex and nudity policy.
Like,
once
come
again.
on,
No,
bruh.
this is the safer version. This version has so much blurred out. I'm gonna link it in the comment section. I didn't even get an answer on the age restriction. They just took the re-upload down fully. But here's the tricky part. They claim that the part I got taken down for was at the mark 1331, where it was a blurred clip of Deshae Frost on a roller coaster with a woman touching on her breast. But you know where I got this clip from? A video from Deshae Frost uploaded.
And it's like, bro, like, sure, people misses things like this, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure Cameron did his due diligence and did all this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got this shit from this nigga's video. But you didn't take this nigga shit down. Why you want to take my shit down? And I feel like that is a valid argument. Look at this nigga.
Called 24
Look at this nigga's thumbnail. Come on.
hours in NYC. That is on his YouTube channel till this day. It's been up for about a year now. In his video, he didn't blur out this part or anything. He just uploaded it raw, and it's still up till this day.
So a couple things here. One, I think
Crazy.
Deshae is very, very nasty for over-exaggerating the situation
Super,
to the
bro.
point where he mass reported a channel to hopefully take that channel down. From creator to creator, I think, and I've seen this happen multiple times throughout.
And I've been seeing him doing some weird ass shit, bro, with like, I can't think of them dudes' name. Them dudes is like famous off of TikTok. Like, it seemed, from my point of view, it seemed like they got too big, and he saw them on Glorilla's boat and was like mad about it. Like, bro, when you going down this path, these little niggas that's watching your shit, they're gonna grow up. They're gonna realize this shit is ass. Are you gonna keep doing this shit when you 25? You gonna keep doing this content when you 30? Like, come on, bruh.
throughout my YouTube career. I think it is very, very nasty when creators try to strike down another creator's video, try to strike down another creator's channel, simply because they made a video that didn't necessarily put them in the best light. Especially if the video came with a lot of evidence to put them in said light, which this video did. Especially for people who do this full time, you know how damaging a strike can be to a channel. You know how damaging multiple strikes can be to a channel. You know that YouTube is not a perfect system, and for you to purposely abuse that system.
And I hope this really just like shoots Cameron into the fucking atmosphere, bro, because I don't know him personally. He might be a dickhead, and maybe we'll find out later. But as of right now, in this moment, I'm fucking with him, and I hope that like this shoots him into the atmosphere, bro, because this shit is fucked up. Nigga got doing this weird ass shit because he's telling the truth. Like, purposely abuse the flaws of that system to take another creator down just because they said something you don't like. I think is fucking nasty. That's nasty. And I'll even give Deshae bail in this instance, because what I've seen in a lot of different other scenarios is they try to copyright strike down a channel. Mind you, these same people wouldn't copyright strike another channel who made a favorable video to them, but just because another channel made a non-favorable video about them, now they're striking down the channel for copyright reasons. Like that's scummy. And it's even more scummy when the creator doing the striking specifically does reaction videos themselves and specifically, you know, uses copyright. Bro, it sounds dumb as fuck. Like, what do you, bro?
Content themselves. That's when it becomes really scummy. So at the very least, Deshae didn't do that. But I'm not gonna lie, especially since it's recorded, what Deshae did in mass reporting Cam's channel is against YouTube's policies. Now, maybe I'm misinterpreting the rules, but...
So this is the part that I do remember. The motherfucker was like, well, B-Souls was telling him, he gonna get into it. He can explain a lot better than I can. But basically, the motherfucker was doing this shit, even though he didn't do it on YouTube, he did it on Twitch or wherever the fuck he did it at. And then, but it's in their policy where, hey, just because you don't do it on YouTube, you can't get that shit fucked up and taken down because you did it off YouTube. But did they take it down?
But I think it's important to know here before I dive into the exact policy that YouTube has banned creators for stuff that they've done off platform before. They banned the likes of an Andrew Tate before because of things that they did off the platform, not necessarily things that they did on YouTube. And in this instance, the mass reporting that Deshae did was actually recorded. It was actually live. But under YouTube's very own guidelines of harassment and cyberbullying, which is what, ironically, Deshae reported the video for, it says, we don't allow content that targets someone with prolonged insults or slurs based on their physical traits or protected group status like age, disability, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or race.
And let's be honest, I know that it wasn't just because his only report that the shit got taken down, because I'm pretty sure people report shit all the time. But I'm sure, you know, allegations, alleged, that most of them motherfuckers in his chat went and did the same fucking thing because they're fucking kids or they're goddamn idiots.
We also don't allow other harmful behaviors like threats or doxing. Keep in mind that we take a stricter approach on content that targets minors. It literally says right here, as examples to this, rating or directing malicious abuse to identifiable individuals through in-game voice chat or messages during a stream, or directing users to leave abusive comments in another creator's comment section. The only argument against what I'm saying right now is that he didn't do it on YouTube.
Also, after watching this video, I realized that I gotta relax with some of the stuff I'm doing.
Like, he did it on Twitch, he did it off platform, therefore he shouldn't get penalized for it. But then I say again, YouTube has penalized other creators for stuff that they did off platform. Matter of fact, it literally says on YouTube's community guidelines homepage at the very bottom here, highlighted, if a YouTube creator's on and or off platform behavior harms our users, community, employees, or ecosystem, we may respond based on a number of factors, including but not limited to the egregiousness of their actions and whether a pattern of harmful behavior exists. So
again, this is not, is he threatening to beat him up or harm Cameron? No, but you are taking what I assume to be Cameron's new livelihood. Now, I could be wrong, he might have a 9 to 5, but what I assume to be his new livelihood, you're threatening to take that down for what? Because you don't like what he said about you, bro? Like, it's the world. It's the internet, nigga. You don't, I say this all the time, and I'm going to keep saying to the day I die. You don't like everybody. How and everything. How do you expect everybody to like you and like what you do? Like, it doesn't make sense. Even if you don't think there's something wrong with that shit, which to me, I think is weird. But even if you don't think it's something wrong with it, you can't expect everybody to fuck with it. Like, come on, man.
So I don't want to hear that, oh, it didn't happen on YouTube bullshit. It literally says right here that if you do stuff off platform, it still counts. But also in another part of YouTube's policy under the harmful and dangerous content policy part, it says right here under the educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic content section that sometimes content that would otherwise violate this policy is allowed to stay on YouTube when it has educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context. An example that they use is a documentary that shows the impact of drug use in a particular community that, while showing viewers drug usage, discourages viewers from using drugs and doesn't provide information on how to make or purchase them. Now, for you dumb fucks in the comment section, yes, I understand that the video Cameron made or the things that Deshae did were not about drugs whatsoever. I get that. But all the footage and everything that Cameron talked about in the video was to discourage viewers from doing shit for the content, for sexualizing their mother allegedly for the sake of views, and that is an educational thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. People have their opinions. There are some people who are going to be, hey, you shouldn't do this because I feel like it harms this community. You shouldn't be a freaky ass frog and make this type of content because it harms the YouTube, harms the youth. Like, I think that scene Gideon went on, like Zias and B. Lou shit, was telling how he don't want these channels taken down because, like, people are going to say that about these channels. There's no way people make this content and don't think, man, people won't like this. You think everybody's gonna like these 20v1s? You think everybody's gonna like that shit? Come on, you can't possibly think that.
Like,
I might be naive.
I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like that right there falls under this. And I've been kind of hinting at it throughout this whole video. I think the bigger problem in this isn't necessarily Deshae at this point. It's YouTube's enforcement of their policy. Because 100%. What they're showing right now is a level of inconsistency that I'm gonna just keep it a stack is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. And the reason why, and shout out to Cameron for pointing this out in the video, Cameron did not just get this footage out of thin air.
Nigga got it off YouTube.
All of the footage that Cameron got stricken down for was on Deshae's YouTube channel. It's been existing on the platform this whole fucking time.
Majority of the clips in this video were found on Deshae Frost's vlog YouTube channel and his live YouTube channel. And the reasoning they gave me is because of the clip at 1539, which was a clip of Deshae Frost biting the girl's butt once again, but the clip was blurred out. And Deshae even—
This nigga is looking like fucking Patrick, bro! He looks like Patrick when he in the fucking movie. That's not what we're talking about right now, though. But yes, listen. Again, bro, this shit is on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Has this clip on his channel, and the clip is also blurred out.
It's less censored. It shows more of the disgusting things that YouTube apparently wants to strike down in Cameron's video, but Cameron's the one getting penalized for it, even though these are things that have existed on channels with millions of subscribers. Like, this is insane. I think at this point, all Cameron is asking for is just to be fair. If you're gonna strike down his—
Like I said, shout out to them for making this video, bro, because a lot of people would not know.
For sexual content that violates the policy of YouTube's guidelines, then also strike down the video where it actually came from that's still public on your platform. And this has been the case for years now, because I want to remind and recall to y'all when Corey Kenshin called out YouTube for their unfair and inconsistent enforcement of their policies.
YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two.
Corey Kenshin was a guy who got a video stricken down, or I think it was age restricted, because he included game footage and it was like gory and, you know, it went against YouTube's policies allegedly.
I've never seen that video.
Which is fine. If it didn't exist on Markiplier's channel as well, like that's crazy, right? Like, if I'm gonna do the exact same thing another channel does—
Who's Markiplier? Is that a white dude? I ain't finna assume his race, but not black. Not black, okay? And this is why I don't want to hear from creators, bro, who, and not saying Corey Kenshin is, because again, if you see my videos earlier, I did not know who he was until he came back. But I hate when I hear black creators who take a stand and be like, man, we don't need to make everything about race. Race is not that serious. Racism doesn't really exist like that. Until some shit like that happens. And now it's like, oh man, y'all just doing this to a black man. No, nigga, go back to, we need to unify together. Everybody. There's no racism. Go back to on that side. Because obviously there's a bias here, bro. So, but people only want to mention it when it happens to them. Now it's all the black man. Now it's black, this black, 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 black. But earlier it was like, we need to chill on the white people. We need to chill on the racism. Like, I don't be fucking with that shit, dog. Again, not saying that Corey was like that. I don't know his content. I'm be honest with you.
And I get penalized for it. Two things gotta happen. The other channel, respectfully, gotta get taken down with me, or we both get unbanned and we both don't get strikes. Like, I just think that's fair.
August 18th.
The nigga I am, you need to take that shit down. Fuck that. You want to take my shit down? Take theirs too, nigga.
I uploaded the mortuary assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing the mortuary assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling with all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this?
Right.
Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted
no, nigga.
For good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. I said, okay.
Otherwise, and this is what Cameron said in his video, you were showing a level of favoritism that just flat out, period, point blank, should not exist.
Right.
Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below.
I will say, hey, man, B Souls, man. It's great to see what B Souls is now. Let's get him to 30K. But my main thing, again, like I've been saying, is YouTube is a great platform. It has changed people's lives and everything, but it's nothing wrong for wanting more. And if you can't, and I'm not talking about Deshae Frost because he's gone, he's done. But as a platform, if you can't take criticism, bro, I don't know what to tell you, because you can always improve. But I think that's all I really gotta say, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Till next time, I'm out.